Hello friends, and happy Sunday, happy day one of Shark Week. I'm hoping to do a little vlog for this whole week, kind of sharing my day-to-day progress and the finished object at the end. I got up this morning with my baby at about 5:30. I don't remember what time. It was before 6 o'clock. And I have... oh, that's what it is. I cast on while he was kind of playing around a little bit, and I got a teeny bit of progress done. So I have started the head of either Mary or Joseph. I'm not sure which one, but I started. So there's that. But yeah, so it's really nice. I'm glad to have it on the go, and hopefully I can get it all done in time. I did make one tweak to the pattern so far. Devin has you using knit front and backs, so I did that for the first round of increases, but then I switched to, instead of doing the knit front and back, I did the yarn over and then you knit through the back loop on the next round. I did that for the first time in the Flat Tee, which is a pattern by Liz Clothier. I don't know. It's Liz's pattern. It's a beautiful pattern. I absolutely love it. I have it finished. It's blocked and everything. I just need to find the time to like get pictures of it. But in that, the increases that she uses, instead of like a make one left, make one right, it's just a yarn over and then a knit through the back loop on the next round. And I love that so much. It's so simple. You don't have to try and remember which direction to make it point, and it was so nice. And so I also like the fact that it's much less visible than the knit front and back, because I used the knit front and back on the elephant here, and you can't see it too well because I intentionally kind of tried to place the tail in a position where it would hide it, but it gave it kind of a mucky beginning, like it the elephant's bum, but it's like you can see those little like pearl ridges in there, and it just doesn't look good. So I didn't want to do the same thing with this. Like you can kind of see a little bit on the first round where I did the knit front and back. But then when I did the yarn over knit through the back loop, you can't tell. The only thing with that is if you're replacing a knit front and back with the yarn over, then you have to remember that you're adding a stitch, and so you still, this isn't going to make any sense, but let's say you have a knit one front and back, then if you do a knit one yarn over, you still need to knit this one. Because I made that mistake initially and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go back. So I ended up changing the knit one, knit front and back to knit one, yarn over, knit one, yarn over, knit one, if that makes any sense. So making some progress, but I also wanted to quickly share with you a beautiful, make sure I don't have any address. I had some Happy Meal yesterday. I got spoiled. So I ordered, a few weeks ago now, I ordered some stitch stoppers from Amy of Pro Life Knitter. She has stitch stoppers available. You can go to her Instagram and order them. They're so cute, and I've never owned any before, but recently I've been like, you know, it would be really nice to have some. And so I went ahead and ordered a few sets. It was one of those things where we found out something. It wasn't bad news, but it was news that affected me in a way that I didn't expect it to. Like it's honestly, it was very, very good news. It was wonderful news, but it was like one part of it just, I was really struggling with it. So I was like, you know what? Today is the day. I'm going to order some stitch stoppers, and then I will have something happy to look forward to. So I did. And they got here yesterday. So I got some little foxes, which are so cute. I got the book lover one. Let me see if I can hold these up here. Super, super cute. I love it so much. Then I got this one. I thought this one was so sweet, and I got the blue one because I have boys, but that's the mom holding her baby, And it's just, it's so lovely. Like, oh. And then I got a set that are like the happy avocados, but I've already put them on a project, so I can't show them to you right now. And then Amy tossed in an extra set, and they just say mama, which is just so cute. I love it. So I got those, and then she also included like a little pin, which I need to put on one of my project bags. And then she included a couple of stickers, which I'm super excited about. Like this one's like, ooh, flashy. And then one of her logo stickers, which I'm very excited about. So I just need to figure out what to do with my stickers, because I'm a little bit conflicted on putting them on a water bottle, because I've done that in the past, but then the water bottle broke, and so I don't really use the water bottle anymore, but now it has like precious stickers on it, and so I'm like, what do I do? And then this was a surprise package. Holly from Mystery Mouse Yarn Co. completely spoiled me and sent me her most recent Classic Tales Yarn Club box. Guys, this is amazing. If you haven't gotten this box, I have wanted to, but I just, it's not in the budget. And so I've been following along. And this month the theme was Little House in the Big Woods, or Little House on the Prairie, that series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. It is so good. If you can afford it, if it's in your budget, I highly recommend it, because it is amazing. So it has, and also all the little details. She had the little note card that she put in here is on this green gingham, and the editions of the Little House on the Prairie series that we had growing up had that like gingham background for all of the books. I can't remember if the ones that I have now still have that, but the ones growing up had it. So I saw that and I was like, oh, it's so perfect. And she included this beautiful little like coaster, which I love these fabrics so much. Oh, not that one. This one on this side. That would make the prettiest dress. That would make a pretty dress. That would make a pretty dress. It's so cute. She included that. She included a peppermint stick, which I love peppermint. A very, very sweet little progress keeper. It's a little mitten. Like, oh, it's so cute. Peppermint tea. Love peppermint tea. She included a little recipe for making the heart cakes that are in the book, which I was just like, oh, that's so cool. And then, of course, what we're all really here for, the yarn. Oh my goodness. I just can't. It's beautiful. The combinations of colors and stuff, like, oh. And then this is a sock set, so it has a little mini skein with it. And now I just need to figure out what to do with it. I was thinking maybe I could make a cowl, like design my own cowl pattern, or try and incorporate it into a sweater somehow. I love it so much. And then not only that, she was extra cheeky and popped in her Shark Week colorway. So this is very appropriate for this video. This is her My Fair Sharky colorway on the DK base. And I'm pretty sure that, again, I'm either going to do a cowl or a hat with this. Like, it's just such a fun color combination of like the blacks, which then fade into like the grays, and then the pops of pink and like, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a gray teal. Like, it's not quite green, it's not quite blue. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. Holly just does the most amazing colorways. I just can't get over it, because she spoiled me and sent me the most beautiful, beautiful yarn ever. And I'm just, and it doesn't count because I didn't buy it, so we're all good. But yeah, so that was just, it was perfect timing yesterday too, because I had such a terrible night's sleep the night before. I got like between 4 and 5 hours of very interrupted sleep, because my baby has been teething, so I've been very sleep deprived for the last like 3 weeks plus. But then last night, or not last night, the night before last, for whatever reason, I couldn't fall asleep. I was just laying there awake for ages and ages and ages. And this will happen periodically, like every now and then it happens, but it's really not convenient when it happens when I'm already sleep deprived. So yesterday was not a fun day initially. It was just a bit rough, and I was so grateful that my husband, it was his day, it was Saturday, so it was his day off, and so it worked out because he was home, so I was able to nap with the baby, and yeah, but it was really lovely. to get such a special package in the mail. I love it. I can't wait to figure out what to make with those yarns. Anyway, today we are going to go to church. We don't always go every week because we've been trying to figure out scheduling and stuff, and the church that we're going to go to is about 30 minutes away, and sermon times are just not conducive to people with little kids. When they start at like 11 o'clock and it takes like 2 hours or whatever for them to get done, and then you're running into nap time and lunch. It's so silly. It's a whole thing. I have strong opinions about it, and it just irritates me. Like, I was telling my husband, I was like, what it needs to be, because a lot of times in churches, at least where I live, which my husband says is the South, and I have never thought of Kentucky as the South, but he says it's the South, and I'm just like, and then I looked it up and Googled it, and he was right. Like, it is classified as the South, but it's weird. Anyway, that's a whole thing. It seems like church services are super late, and usually they'll do Sunday school beforehand and then they do the church service. And I was telling him, I was like, you know, church services need to start at like 9 o'clock. They need to be like no longer than 45 minutes, and then they should do Sunday school afterwards so that the people who want to do Sunday school can do it, but then the people with small children who need nap times can go. That's what they need to do. But, you know, I'm not a preacher and I am not planting a church anytime soon, so I would just have to make do with other people's silly ways of doing it. Anyway, we're going to church today, and then this evening, I'm really excited about it, but I'm also just so nervous. The politically incorrect knitters are doing the Shark Week sort of, what do they call it? The beginning live stream or whatever, and they have invited any of the sponsors that want to participate, and I said that I could do it for a little while, for like 30-45 minutes between supper and bedtime, and I'm like so excited and so nervous at the same time. It's that whole thing, like, I'm super introverted, and so I have a really hard time doing like new things, and so I really want to. I've been really wanting to do that for a good while, to actually be able to talk to some of these people because they're all lovely and wonderful. But I'm also just so nervous. It's that whole aspect of like, are they going to think I'm super weird? Are they going to be like, ugh, what a crazy, strange person Emily is, or whatever? Like, it's that whole aspect, and you're just like, please like me. So I'm really excited, really nervous. Hopefully I do actually end up being able to participate and everything goes well, and just, it's a fun time. Anne and DK and all the other lovely sponsors are just wonderful people, so it would be super fun to get to chat with them. Even if I just sit there and knit the whole time, like, I can participate. So that's what's happening tonight. Hopefully it goes smoothly, but now that I've been talking for 12 minutes, I might have to break this vlog up into like 3 videos because otherwise it's going to be huge. So I will check back in tomorrow or later and let you know how it went, and yeah, I hope we have a wonderful Sunday. Happy Monday, happy day 2 of Shark Week. I thought I'd do a quick little update this morning. I went on the Shark Week opening ceremonies last night, and it was so much fun. I was very nervous. But it was just lovely getting to chat with everybody, and it's like, it's almost like being in person because it's like real time talking to people, so that was lovely. I'm very much trying to not think too much about it and not like overthink everything I said or did, and if I was strange and weird and everybody thought I was bizarre, like, just not think about it. Just think about the fact that I have a lovely time. There's some lovely ladies to chat with, and I hope I can do more of that in the future. But I thought I'd give you a quick little update on my Shark Week project and a slight tale of woe. So I got a lot done during the live stream. I got pretty much the entirety of Mary's body done. However, I realized right at the end, I did it in the wrong color. Her body's supposed to be in white, and her cloak is supposed to be in blue, and this is just a tail I need to trim off, but because I was just so distracted and, you know, nervous and whatnot, I didn't double check my colors. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on Joseph for today and try and get him started, maybe do Mary's hair, and then decide whether or not I have the time and whether or not I want to whip it out and redo it in the correct color. So I'm definitely leaning that way, but if I don't have time before the end of Shark Week, I'm not going to. And another sad thing that happened was when I was picking up stitches for the bottom of that, one of my DPNs broke, and I'm really sad about it. It's such a bummer. It just snapped right off. So I might see, I can't remember, I think the Luca, whatever, however you pronounce it, I think they have like a lifetime guarantee or something. So I might get in touch with the company and see if they can replace it, because that would be really nice. I'm very sad. This is a size 4, so this is a very commonly used size needle for me. But thankfully I only use 4 needles when I'm using DPNs, and so I had the 5th extra one. But yeah, that's that. I just got the baby down for his nap, and then I've got to go take care of the toddler and get started with our day to some degree. It's already 8:30. The boys get up very, very early these days, between 5:30 and 6, so we've been up for a few hours already. I need to run out and water the garden, and I need to get some laundry detergent made, so little bits of odds and ends, normal day-to-day life, and figuring out what to do with this project, because I'm really pumped about that. That was like an hour's worth of work. Oh, so there's that. But because I've done it once, it's the same method of construction for the second one, so I think that it'll be pretty quick. Then if I do end up reknitting it, which I'm definitely leaning towards because I want it to be right, it should go faster, and also I won't be distracted with talking to people, so but yeah, this is a little update for it now, and I will check back in later. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. So a little bit of an update for my day 2 of Shark Week progress. I paused on my Mary because the pattern has you, I didn't realize this, but it wants you to use poly pellets in the bottom to really stabilize them so they stand up, and I didn't realize that initially. And I really didn't want to use poly pellets, and so I was kind of umming and ahhing, and so I just paused on it until I could decide what to do. And I pulled out my DPNs and just stuck this circular needle in there, and I got started on Joseph, and I got, you know, maybe about halfway down his body. And I have decided to hold this red yarn that's a very light fingering weight. I'm holding it triple rather than quadruple. I was going to hold 4 strands together, but that was much too thick, and so I'm just doing 3 strands. So that was where I got to on day 2. So for day 3, my goal is to ideally finish the bodies of both of these so that then I can get started on like the beard and the hair and the cloak things. So what I have decided to do is I had like an epiphany moment yesterday. This was also part of why I didn't finish up Mary yesterday. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, I really don't want to use poly pellets because that's a bunch of plastic, and then you have to worry about like if it gets out and the kids swallow them and blah blah blah. Then I had this epiphany moment where I was just like, what if I use small gravel? Like, is that a thing? Because I looked at this with the elephant when I was making a little, wherever it is, the little tiny elephant pattern. I looked at it and I was trying to find alternatives to poly pellets. And then you can use glass beads, you can use steel shot, you can use rice or beans. I really didn't want to mess with any sort of organic matter like rice and beans because the risk of toys getting wet with small children around is very high. And so I didn't want to mess with that. And so I was just like, well, I'll just stop that. I had the epiphany to do gravel and I Googled it. And apparently it is a thing to use aquarium gravel in place of poly pellets, which I just love because if it gets wet, it's fine. It's meant to get wet. And I just ordered this, sorry, I'm sure it's kind of crinkling and making noises, but I ordered this 5-pound bag from Walmart. That was also why I didn't finish it, like I said, because it just got here today. And it's tiny, so it's a similar idea. And yeah, so my hope is that I'm going to take that. I'm going to take some scraps of stretchy knit fabric that I have, and I'm going to put it in there and then try and make like a little bundle with it and then like tie the top. And if it's not completely secure, that's fine. I just mostly want to, what's the word? Sandwich it between the fabric and the stuffing so that there's less likelihood of it popping out. So it doesn't have to be a completely enclosed parcel, which I totally could do that if I wanted to mess with grabbing a bigger scrap. But so I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try and use this, and if it works, I am gonna be so excited because I like making toys, and if they have a little weight to them, like that's really fun. But I just really didn't want to use a bunch of plastic. So we're gonna see how it goes and I will report back. Okay, it's a few hours later. I'm trying to find a spot where my baby won't grab the tripod. My husband's home, he's got the toddler out in the shed, and so it's about time to start some supper prepping, but I wanted to do a quick update and close out this first vlog so that I can edit it and hopefully get it uploaded tomorrow. I think the aquarium gravel worked out great. So I didn't put a ton in. I probably could have put more in, but I don't want to overdo it too much, and it's enough that it's like it sits. Like it's pretty stable. So pretty pleased with that. These are just tails that I haven't chopped off yet. Yeah, so there's that, and then actually let me update you on Joseph. I got a good chunk done while I was editing videos today. I had to edit a book video and edit my next podcast episode. So I had a good bit of time to like sit there and work on it. So I got most of his body done. I'm on to the decreases now. So I should be able to finish this up tonight, which I'm very excited about. And then I think what I will do next is I might do their cloaks. I'm not sure. I need to look at the instructions for doing Joseph's beard because I think picking up from Mary's hair is going to be quite hard. I think that's why I ended up breaking one of my DPNs is because they're wood, and so when I was picking up stitches, it was just so much tension on the needles. I ordered a really cheap set of DPNs. They're all metal DPNs in like all the different sizes from Walmart, and that's supposed to come here tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll see if that's any good, because I need DPNs in every single size, and I don't have that. And for as much as I use DPNs, you would think I would have it already, but leave that alone. You stinker. He's obsessed with trying to get this tripod up. Child. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and end out this video here. I hope that you've enjoyed this first vlog. Apologies for the baby rocking the table that the tripod is perched upon. I will be back. We're just going to start tomorrow on vlog number 2, and that will probably be 2 or 3 days worth, and then We should have a third one for the final bit. It depends upon how quickly this ends up going. Because I did have the thought that if I ended up finishing Mary and Joseph in time, that I could challenge myself to like finish a cowl as well. Like it wouldn't be an official Shark Week thing, because you can only do one project, but I could technically try and do a second project. But we will see. Anyway, that is all from me for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!